Hi, Weenie. Okay, Phil is back, and the king himself has responded. Let's react to his response to death threats to Lex and whatever drama. Let's just see.
So allow me to just very briefly just get past one piece of garbage, and then we can move on, all right? So ladies and gentlemen, as you know, for 2 days, 2 entire days, I wasn't here, all right? And as I said, it seems like whenever I'm not around, people on the internet get stir crazy. What do I mean by that? I mean, let's be honest, there is an entire ecosphere of people who depend on me for content because they're a bunch of no-load leech losers who can't make content for themselves. So if I'm not around, they have nothing to talk about.
Yep, he called it, guys. He called us out. He called me out. I was nothing without Phil for those 2 days. I just sat and stared at the wall the entire day. I had no life without Daddy Phil around. My hopes and my dreams crushed.
So they start making some of the most crap content. They start going off the deep end. They start losing their minds. And that's exactly what happened in the last 2 days. Like, seriously, no exaggeration, just out of control nonsense.
Is he trying to say that we're making this shit up? What is he trying to say? Is he trying to say that this shit ain't real? This shit didn't happen? Let's just continue, because it sounds like he's trying to say we're lying and we're exaggerating.
The truth is, I have absolutely positively nothing to do with it.
You have nothing to do with it? Phil, homie, you called this girl a slut. You said she was doing borderline sex work. You said that she abuses simps. When you are the most abusive person to their audience, you have nowhere. You are the source of this, actually. So that's insane. I mean, we all knew that Phil never takes accountability, never apologizes for anything. He never really shocks me.
I was spending time with my family.
He acts like he went out to like Legoland with 5 kids. He just went out to eat with his wife and went out and did errands. I hate it when he says family. He has no idea what family is.
You know what I mean? I was doing that. I was busy, and I wasn't even aware of any of the stuff going on at all.
Yes, he was. He was aware. I hate when he tries to act like he's so clueless and he's just has no idea. I'm just this helpless little baby boy. I have no clue what's going on in my own community. Bullshit, Phil. Any person in the position that you are in knows what's going on. And you clearly know if you're over here talking shit about it. So stupid. Could try to fucking lie.
Until this morning, when I was like, okay, it's time to prepare for the show. And so I start opening up social media. I start opening up stuff. And we got people to, Phil, did you hear this? Did you hear that this person did this? This person went on this show and said this, that this person's doing this, that this person's threatening this person, that this is going on, and this and that and this. And I said, no, and neither do I care.
I knew he was gonna say that. I knew he was gonna say, I don't care. That's his go-to response to everything. I don't care.
not involved with any of this. Maybe you don't understand this, but I'm trying to make it as clear as possible. I'm one person who streams in his own space, right? I just make content for my viewers. I have a great time doing it every day. I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful family. I have a good thing going here. I make a good living doing it, right? Things are on the up and up. I'm having a great time. And I'm not involved with any of this toxic, negative, stupid crap on the internet at all.
I mean, it's cute that he says his wife is beautiful. That's cute. But things are on the up and up. I don't know. You're trying to cope, trying to say like, oh, everything's doing so good. Everything's gonna be up and I'm just on an upward spiral here from now on. It's like, how hard do you have to cope with the fact that you just had to block out one of your biggest whales?
These people created a drama sphere around me because they have absolutely no skills or talents. So they're leeches, they're parasites, okay? They don't have anything to put out on the internet of worth. So instead, they create a giant ecosystem of how do we leech off of someone who has worth, okay?
I always talk about people being able to find their self-worth within themselves. It's a very important thing that you should have. Always know what you're worth. Phil, I mean, I guess you found it. Good for you, but I mean, you're overcompensating, bro. You ain't worth that much, okay?
Okay. So in the last couple of days, literally the internet exploded with drama.
The internet didn't explode, fool. I hate when he acts like the entire internet knows what's going on with DSP. Not the entire internet, Phil.
That I had absolutely no involvement with whatsoever. Zero. I didn't even know about any of it until this morning. And I was like, this is so stupid. Because again, now here I am. I'm just trying to shave, shower, get my stuff ready for the show, have breakfast with my wife. And instead, it's like, look at this drama, look at this drama, look at this drama. You know what? No, fuck this drama. I have nothing to do with it. All right.
There he goes. Trying to give himself like the moral high ground and trying to like place himself above all this drama when he just got done calling a girl half his age a slut. He didn't even take time to go see the kind of person that she is. When she was squatting on the camera, she wasn't even dressed skimpy. And even if she was, Phil, it's not your place to be calling anybody that word, especially a woman. I hate men that think that they can just call any woman a slut when they themselves are probably addicted to pornography and they probably objectify every fucking woman that walks their way. They probably criticize every woman that walks their way. Okay, I'm going on a feminist rant. I'm sorry. It's not really feminism. It's just like basic humanity that a lot of men lack, and Phil is one of them. It's disgusting. He dehumanized her to his audience. And then he wonders why that person that probably, very easily influenced, very weak minded, bless his heart, went over there and did those things because Phil influenced it.
Really. It's this simple. I have no involvement with any of it. Period. Right? You guys know me. You know my content. You know I literally don't bother anyone. The only time that I ever get involved in is when someone fucking bothers me first. If someone fucks with me, then I'll mess with them back to some extent, and then I get bored with it and I move on, right?
Oh my god. If you mess with me first, then I'll come back and get you. That is some petty high school girl type shit, Phil. When you're calling everybody else these sissy girls, these sissy gossiping girls, it's you. You might as well put on a plaid skirt and a white button up shirt and a fucking bow on your head because that is you, Phil. Lex did not come for you as hard as you did for her. She did not call you a slur. She was picking on you. Okay, but your little hurt ass had to go that extra step. Don't be trying to act like you're better than that, Phil. Don't be trying to act like you're, I don't do this and I don't do that. I'm better than that. No, you're fucking not. You are worse. You went and called a young woman a slut because she started saying some nitpicky things about you and start talking a little bit of shit about you. You're disgusting. You're a disgusting man. You're a disgusting human being. And trying to pretend like, I stay out of it. I don't ever do anything. And like, unless you come for me first, shut the fuck up. Shut up. And it's not about you right now, Phil, is the thing. Like, this entire thing, it's not about you. It's about the influence that you have on people and how it affects others. You had a fan go give this girl a death threat because of the influence that you had on them.
I am not having long-term engagement with these idiots. I want nothing to do with these morons who every single time they open their mouths about me, my detractors come running and give them attention, right? So I don't care. To be frank, I just don't give two shits about any of this, and it doesn't involve me at all. The bottom line is everyone wants to bring up DSP because they know when they put my name in their mouth, they get attention because they're talking about me. You get it? Not because of them, because of me.
Me. Shut up. I hate it when he does that. It's all about Phil. Ugh. Yes, Phil. This is why I do it. I love putting your name in my mouth for attention. It's not the fact that I'm trying to expose the world to what a piece of shit you are to your audience, to what to look out for in a YouTuber if you're wanting to be a fan, what to look out for as far as like abusers go, but not to bring awareness to what abuse is altogether, that it could be more than just hitting and slapping. It could be through a virtual connection. And you are the perfect example of that, Phil, because you're an abusive fuck. And you prove that more and more every day, especially now.
Do you see my point? If one day I turn off my camera and I don't broadcast, they got nothing and they lose their minds.
That's a lie. I will say, if you were to turn off your camera, all I'd have to do is go back and react to all the years of bullshit that you've done. We'd have content for the rest of our lives. There's always something to talk about with you, even if you were to stop recording and die. And it's not just you. There's plenty of other abusive content creators here. You are just the one that gives and gives and gives and gives because you cannot just stop being a piece of shit.
And then all of a sudden they got to do the most crazy shit to try to get attention. They got, they just go nuts, right? They're losers. And so I have absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with any of the nonsense that these idiots do, nor will I ever. And the fact that anyone would think that because someone brings up my name in anything that I'm involved, you're an idiot. No, I'm going to say it again. Just because someone name drops someone, if you think that they're involved, you are a functional retard. You get it?
There he goes. There he goes, using that word again. He has it fucking banned, and I think you can see some people in his chat saying, you have the word banned. But here you are saying it. It's mostly ugly to me because of the people that he has in his fan base, and he's just outright using it. That's just gross, Phil. Stop projecting yourself onto others.
You're a moron. You're a mouth drooler. And you don't deserve anyone's attention, and no one should have to address it, okay? I have nothing to do with any of the nonsense these idiots tried to perpetuate on the internet. I want nothing to do with it. I have my own business and my own space where I can function, and I am very successful at that. And I don't ever go outside of that space because I don't want drama from anywhere else.
He's successful. You never leave that area because you're scared. Because you know there's people waiting for you to leave your little comfort zone, your little nest, to pounce on you and make you take accountability. Lord forbid Phil ever take accountability for anything wrong that he has done to others. Be on his deathbed, and his very last breath will be deflecting and coping. It's sad. I feel bad for you, Phil. I'd hate to grow old with how much burden that you have. Honestly.
So if you think I'm ever involved in any of this stuff, you're the problem, not me. Because I'm not going to sit here and constantly defend myself against every single time someone says DSP or DarkSydePhil or Phil Burnell. I don't have to. Do you get it?
You wouldn't have to defend yourself constantly if you just took accountability, Phil. You wouldn't have to defend yourself if you quit being a piece of shit. You wouldn't have to defend yourself if you went to therapy to learn about what kind of mental condition that you have, because you have a couple, I'm sure. And if you learned how to actually cope with it and better yourself and maybe get yourself medicated, you wouldn't have to constantly feel the need to defend yourself. Apologize. Take accountability. Take responsibility. It's that easy, Phil. It's that easy to find inner peace. And that is to treat others better. And when you slip up and mess up, say okay and do better. They teach us that when we're like 5. Fucking cartoons like Dora teaches us shit like that.
Because intelligent people don't think that way. Only morons on the internet do. So I have nothing to do with anything. I don't even want to know about it. I'm not involved in it.
He's still not taking responsibility. I didn't expect him to. Again, I don't expect him to ever take responsibility. But he's, of course, trying to blame us. Have to take responsibility eventually, Phil. What would have happened if some crazy bozo went to the zoo and hurt one of those girls? Would you be like, oh, that's not my fault, that's not my drama? He would. One of his fans could have gone and done something to somebody due to his influence on them, and he would take no responsibility. Even in a court setting, where the person said, I was influenced by Phil Burnell when I decided to commit this crime on this person because of the image he portrayed onto this person. Deny, 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 to the day he dies. Actual insanity. The definition of insanity is doing something over and over and over and over and expecting a different result. That is literally what you do, Phil. You deny, 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 and yet you keep getting confronted with evidence and reasons why you're wrong, and situations where it's clear that you need to take some kind of responsibility and accountability, but you never do. And you expect different results from your detractors. Like, you expect them just to drop it. No! We are people with actual morals, Phil. All we want is for you to take accountability, Phil. I'll tell you that now. If you were to take any ounce of accountability, maybe a lot of the detractors would stop. No, keep up. Keep giving me content. Keep giving us content. Keep giving all the detractors content, Phil. By no means.
If you bring it up, enjoy your permanent ban. Don't ask for an unban because I'm not giving you one. I have a life and I have things to do that are way more important than to be wrapped up in the shit that you stirred when I had 2 days off because you don't have a life. Do you get it now? Was that clear enough? I think I've made myself very, very transparent and clear on this issue. There'll be no swaying on it. If you fuck with me and you bother me and you piss me off and you waste my time, you're gone. Absolutely no exceptions. I don't care if you're someone who just showed up today for the very first time or you're someone who's been part of this community for 25 years. If you start drama and you drop my name, you're gone.
That's actually crazy, Phil. I mean, he's always been this way, right? He's always been quick to ban people. It doesn't matter how loyal of a fan you are. You can't criticize him. You can't tell him he's wrong. You can't tell him, hey, Phil, maybe you should take accountability for the situation. It might be good for you to apologize. They could tell him as nicely as they can. They could have been watching him and supporting him for years. And like he just said, you're gone. Ban, ban, ban. Loyalty to the king, be damned.
Get it? I think that's clear. All right. So now we can move on. Cool. Okay. Oh, let's see. So I have so much to talk about. Really, I have so much to get to today. That's good. Parasolo says, I have no idea what you're referencing. That's a good thing. You want to know why, Parasolo? You don't know what I'm referencing? Because you're a normal person. Because you're a normal person who doesn't sit on the internet and hyper focus on drama and start shit because I'm not around. Like, that's what people do. I'm not around. So we have nothing to talk about. We're bored. So let's just start a bunch of drama and try to fucking get everyone riled up. No. But normal people don't do that. Like, oh, Phil's gone for 2 days. I guess I'll come back in 2 days. Right? But not these idiots on the internet, these crazy fucking, weirdo people with no brains and no fucking hearts and no morals or any. They're just completely nuts.
No brains, no hearts, no morals. Phil, where is your brain when you are constantly making excuses for things that you have clearly done wrong when you are presented with evidence, and yet your brain can't comprehend the fact that you just need to take responsibility? Find yourself some peace that you are constantly begging for. Yes, you're constantly begging for money, but that's different, okay? I'm talking about you begging for peace. You are banning people because you want peace that will never exist because your brain is so mush. You can't even comprehend taking responsibility. Where is your heart when you are saying slurs? When you have fans with intellectual disabilities and you are dropping the R bomb? Where's your heart? Where's your heart when there's a young lady that you know nothing about and you call her a slut? Where are your morals when one of your fans goes and tell this girl that they are going to harm her and her partner, and all of a sudden you have nothing to do with it? Where are your morals? Where are your morals when you're defending a pedophile? Stop projecting, Phil. Stop it. It's gross. It's getting old. It's been old. You're old.
They're not like us. They're not.
Say, Drake, I hate you like I'm young.
Okay. So, let's see.
Yeah, that was about what I expected, if I'm being honest. Disgusting, foul, no accountability, zero self awareness. He harbors this cult like environment with a bunch of people that are easily influenced, and he knows this. He knows this. He's seen this. And yet he continues to behave like this and influence people to do things like this, but then he never takes responsibility. What is it going to take for him to take responsibility? Like, honestly, Phil, is it going to take one of your fans going out and physically hurting somebody for you to finally take some kind of accountability? Thank you for coming back after your 2 days and giving me some content, Phil. It's always very nice. Thank you for giving this mouth drooler with no hobbies and no life and no family and no brain, no heart, no morals a little bit of content for today. It's much appreciated, Phil. Let me give you a hug. Come here. Oh, thank you. Thank you guys for sticking around. Let me know what you think about his response in the comments. And if you like my content, feel free to subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, weenies.
There's nothing to address. You're all idiots. Every one of you. Gossiping and acting like morons. There's nothing going on in any realm of reality. You're just morons. Okay? Every one of you. So I'm just going to ignore all of you, and we're going to have a nice podcast today.